Welcome to high school football. Friday night under the lights. Beach lost the heartbreaker. We are here with Roosevelt and Ballard. Roosevelt with the ball, first down. And oddly enough, 6 yards to go as there was a penalty. And so they'll pick up right there. Ball handed off inside. Ballard. Defense not fooled at all. On that particular play, there'll be a pickup of maybe one. Looks more likely that no gain. Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. Ball is snapped and in. Dropped for a loss. Roosevelt lines up one back in the backfield. Rolls to the right. Pass is intercepted by Ballard. And Ballard will get the ball. And Ballard with a house full of fans here at Memorial Stadium. And that'll be 1st and 10 for Ballard from the 15-yard line with the interception. Ballard with the ball now deep in Roosevelt territory. In the shotgun. Looking for the open receiver. Has his man into the end zone. Tony Lopez for the touchdown. Grant Olison finds Tony Lopez. They get the ball back, run the slant across the middle from the left side. Lopez breaks a couple of tackles and gets into the end zone for Ballard. Ballard early up in this game, 6-0. The extra point is up and good. They are here. Joining me is Mr. Daniel Bellis. Mr. Bellis, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. But let's see here. Yes, hello. Live here on Memorial Stadium. Ballard's already up, 7-0. This game, they actually have a special name for it. I'm looking on the Twitter account right here. Ballard is and Ballard is actually showing this game a certain thing here. I'm looking at the Twitter account that seems to be came right across me and I lost it. But anyway, we have a special name for this game.
All right. And the kickoff is down to the 5-yard line. A nice return of about 25 yards gets it up. The Anchor Bowl. Okay, and why is this the Anchor Bowl?
I have no idea.
But
High School is calling it the Anchor
the Anchor Bowl. Then the Anchor Bowl it is. Ballard up 7-0. Looks like we're also going to have a penalty on the play. 1-2, 1-2. Roosevelt with the ball now on their own 10-yard line after the penalty. One back in the backfield. Quarterback fires the pass. Oh, and a hit knocks the helmet off. We've got a flag thrown. And for Ballard, that was Jaden Matos on the hit. And we've got a flag down on the field, and Ballard doesn't like it. They just feel like that was a clean, aggressive hit. And they will call that penalty spearing, though, as he led with the head, the helmet. And so that'll be marked off, and that'll be 15 yards. So Roosevelt with the first down now at their own 22-yard line. First and 10 now for Roosevelt. 10:41 here to go in the first quarter. Ballard, Roosevelt in what I am heard is called the Anchor Bowl. Quarterback back to pass, finds number 16, another close to a first down for Roosevelt as Joey Villa, senior, collects the pass. Excuse me, Ballard fans. I think I got that wrong. It was Alex Good with the touchdown pass. As I get my roster set here. Having a little discussion about the chains as they had moved the chains as though it was a first down, but it was about a yard short. So I'll make it about second down and less than a yard to go for a first down. The Roosevelt 31-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side.
Second down, 1 to go.
Short pass over. That should be good enough for the first down for Charlie Griffith. And that will be a first down. Inside slant as the quarterback drops back. Slight pickup of a couple yards from Simon Gold, and the Ballard defense is there to plug that up. He'll get forward progress of about 3 yards.
Second down, 7 yards to go.
Inside a couple tackles, and Tony Lopez goes for a couple more yards.
Tony Lopez is the ball carrier. Penalty flag as the play came to.
Got a flag on the play. We'll see what this turns out to be. And that's going to be a holding penalty against Roosevelt. That'll take them back all the way to the 27-yard line. You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World, our live broadcast. High school football, Friday night under the lights. We've got Roosevelt and Ballard. Roosevelt with the ball at their own 27. 9:39 here to go in the first quarter. Ballard on top 7-0. Pass is complete over the middle. He's got some room. And that was a rocket there thrown. Quarterback Connor Ridenour completed that pass to Charlie Griffith. Gets the ball into Ballard territory. Just shy of the Ballard 49-yard line. And so Roosevelt, after the early interception, which Ballard capitalizes, now on the move downfield. 24-yard pickup there for Griffith. Ridenour back, goes the other way, and he's going to be hit again in the backfield. And that's going to be a loss of almost 10 yards on that play. And that'll make it 2nd and 20. And Ridenour in the shotgun. Look right, and Ridenour again dropped for a loss by the Ballard defense. And that'll be a loss of about 4 yards back to the 36-yard line. And Ridenour had a man, decided not to throw it, double kind of clutched, and that was enough time for the Ballard defense to converge and make the play for another loss. We'll have 3rd down now and about 24 yards for Roosevelt. And Roosevelt's going to call a timeout on the field. I'm going to take you over to Mr. Daniel Bellis and see if we can get an update. Mr. Bellis, what's going on around the league?
They actually just scored a touchdown to make it 27-13 for the Bishop franchise.
Thank you, Mr. Bellis. Back to action here. Eastside Catholic pounded. Wow. Pass is caught on the left sideline. Not nearly enough. That was Simon Gold again with the pass from Connor Ridenour. Short pickup, about 3 or 4. That's going to make it 4th and almost 18, maybe 19 yards for Roosevelt. So Roosevelt will punt. Mercer or Jalen Edwards
19 yards to go.
back to receive for Ballard. Get the punt off. Nice punt, deep punt. Takes a Ballard bounce, and so Roosevelt downs it right away. Ballard will take over just about the 25-yard line, up 7-0 with 7:33 here to go in the first quarter. You are listening to Rainier Avenue of Radio World, your home for Metro League sports all year long. I'll tell you something. It's rocking here at Leon H. Brigham Field Memorial Stadium. Good to have the fans back. You can feel the energy. Ball handed off inside. Roosevelt players all over that one. And for Roosevelt, Charlie Griffith, who made that big reception in there on the stop. Crocker dropped for a loss. Looking for a man downfield. A little bit overthrown. There's a flag in the backfield. And we'll see what the call is there. It is in the area where holding is generally the call. It was looked like an illegal block. And so that'll back Ballard up 10 more yards. And, they're taking the long route. I think this is a 15-yard penalty. It is. So that's going to take Ballard all the way back down to outside their 10-yard line. That was 15 big yards there for that illegal block. That's going to make it second and about 24. 25. I needed to use one of Daniel's fingers. As the snap. Got a man open over the middle. Catch is made for a short gain. That's going to be third down now and about 16 yards to go for a first here for Ballard. Quarterback Joe Farley. Nobody in the backfield. 4 receivers. The near side to his right. It's a blitz. Farley drops back. Got some open field. That shuts down. Looks around. Finally drops a pass that's behind the receiver. And that's going to make it fourth down and 16. Now Ballard will have to punt the ball away. Ballard gets the ball in great field position after an interception and puts one in the end zone, and then a Roosevelt defense stiffens up here with 6:09 left as Ballard gets the possession again, and they'll have to punt the ball away.
Ballard is in formation.
And on the bad snap, the ball goes into the end zone. Roosevelt makes the stop, and Grant Gerald is tackled in the end zone for a safety. And Roosevelt's on the board, 7-2 now. And Ballard will have to punt from their own 20-yard line. So what a quick turn of events. Ballard comes out, gets the interception, puts the ball in the end zone, stops Roosevelt, gets the ball back. They get stopped. Bad snap. And punter Grant Gerald gets tackled in the end zone to make it 7-2. So Ballard right now up 7-2 over Roosevelt, what will be kicking the ball off to Roosevelt. And could this be a shift in momentum? We'll see.
Six minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the first period. Ballard 7. As a result of the safety, Ballard will have a free kick. Now it's a kick for another chase for the
So Ballard's Ballard will be punting the ball from their own 20-yard line, and not a very good punt. Does take a Ballard bounce, but that punt's going to go about 30 yards. They're going to call that out just at the 50. And now we've got a flag.
And there's a penalty flag on the ground right where the ball went out of bounds.
5 yards will be marked off against Ballard, which will make it 1st and 5 for Roosevelt from the Ballard 45-yard line.
Illegal procedure penalty for the free kick.
So that illegal procedure penalty against Ballard again. They're going to make it 1st and 10 now from the 45-yard line for Roosevelt. Roosevelt with the ball back after the safety. Ballard punter. Handoff inside. And that's going to be a short gain. Maybe back to the yard line of scrimmage for Tony Lopez. Second down and 9.5 to go for a first. Right in the middle of the field. Connor Ridnour looks over to the sideline, finds an open man. And that catch is made by Charlie Griffith again. Griffith with a pickup. Going to be a couple yards short of the first down. Might have got 7, maybe 8. That'll make it 3rd. About 3 yards to go for a first down. And Griffith lines up on the left side. Ridnour in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Inside handoff. Lopez on the right side. Gets the first down. Makes a nice cut. And picks up the yardage that was needed for the first down. So pickup of about 4 there. Needed 3. Lopez gets the first down. And Roosevelt quickly back to the line. Garrett Dowden and Charlie Griffith to the left side. Ridnour in the shotgun. Looks to the left side. Pressure comes. Rolls to the right. Can't find anybody. Takes off. It's going to be smacked hard there. Helped up. A couple of flags go down, so we'll see what the flags are about. As Ridnour looked like he had some green in front of him, the Ballard player essentially shut that down. We'll see what the penalty flag is for.
Penalty is against Roosevelt for an illegal forward pass. Quarterback was beyond the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to call that an illegal forward pass. It'll be a loss of 5. They'll repeat first down. 2nd and 15 now. They won't repeat the down. Again, Ridnour back. Pressured again from the Ballard defense. Pass falls incomplete. So we'll have 3rd and about 14 now for Roosevelt at the Ballard 39-yard line. Rainier Avenue Radio. Happy to be here with you again from Metro League High School Sports. The Anchor Bowl, Mr. Bellis. Someone out there, I'll tell you what. Someone out there tell us exactly why this thing is called the Anchor Bowl. So we don't know. We're just taking your word for it. So if you know, hit us on the chat. Give us a little history about the Anchor Bowl. Food is delicious. Ridnour back to pass again. Finds an open man on the right side. Can't quite see who that number is. Might be Bo Erickson. That's going to make it fourth down now, and about 8 yards to go for a first. Ridnour in the game. Doesn't look like they're going to kick. Put a man in motion. It's Mercer Clark. Ridnour rolls to the left, looks, finds an open receiver, and a big hit there from Ballard. Sam Crocker playing linebacker now. It'll stop the forward progress and be a couple yards shy of the first down. So Ballard will take over on downs, and a nice hit there by Mr. Crocker. Stopped all forward progress. Looked like it could have been a first down there, but Sam Crocker says not today, not right now, not with me here. So Ballard will take over on downs now at their own 27-yard line. And already looks like we're going to have a flag here, as a player for Ballard was trying to hurry up off the field. So that'll be too many players on the field for Ballard. So again, Ballard's going to, the penalty will set them back and a little deeper in their own territory. And Ballard, again, after getting the ball in great field position and converting and having a little problem here on offense. With the penalties, the bad snap cost them a safety. So that's going to make it 2nd and 15 now for Ballard at their own 22-yard line. Probably gets a snap. Finds an open receiver. Breaks a couple of tackles. Gets the ball outside and turns a 2-yard gain into about a 5-yard, into about a 7-yard gain.
Chased out by Simon Holt.
That's all the way up to the 32 now. For Ballard, it'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go. Quarterback Farley looks to the right side. Ball is intercepted by Bo Erickson. Bo Erickson, hard to bring down, finally gets knocked down. Roosevelt intercepts the Ballard pass. Erickson returns at about 10 yards, and so Roosevelt now turns the tables on Ballard, and the fired up Ballard crowd here in the sidelines with me is suddenly hushed. A lot of supporters out here for Ballard. Exciting Metro League football back in action. And then the Ballard fans dressed in black, the Roosevelt fans across the way in the South Grandstand dressed in white for what is apparently called the Anchor Bowl. So with 4:10 left here in the first quarter, Ballard still on top, 7-2. Roosevelt with the ball now. on the Ballard 27-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field. Mr. Bellis, what's going on?
O'Day continuing at the end of the third quarter is opening more of the lead with Kennedy Catholic, 29-0. Quite the difference between Kennedy Catholic's game against Eastside Catholic. Eastside Catholic won that one 23-8 last week, but it was a late interception. It was a much closer game. So we're seeing a big difference between O'Day and Eastside Catholic. Eastside Catholic on the road right now. They're 41 points in the third.
And, you know, I believe O'Day is ranked number 1, 3A in the state, Eastside Catholic number 3. So that's why you play the game. Ridnour drops back, pass is batted away. By the Ballard defender, Alex Good. That'll make it second down for Roosevelt now again at the 22-yard line of Ballard. After the Bo Erickson interception. Ridnour looks to the right side, finds an open receiver over the middle. And I believe that's Bo Erickson again. That's going to be good for a first down. Pickup of 17 for Bo Erickson over the middle. And Ridnour gets his guys to the line quickly. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here on the field. Rainier Avenue Radio, glad to bring you a high school football again. That was an official's timeout, so we'll get rolling here. First down at about the 12-yard line for Roosevelt. Connor Ridnour with two receivers on both sides. Looks to the left side as he drops back, rolls out, looks for a receiver. And that ball's going to bounce harmlessly on the turf. He kind of threw that one up for grabs, though. Both the Ballard and the Roosevelt players had a shot at that ball, and I think Ridnour is just glad to have that one back. That'll make it second down now. The 12-yard line, so the Rough Riders can still get the first down. Ridnour handoff inside, break to the left tackle, and again that Ballard defense pretty stingy in there. We'll have a pickup of about 3 yards for Tony Lopez. Again, probing the middle in there. Ballard defense now third down. Ballard's trying to keep Roosevelt off the scoreboard after the interception of Bo Erickson. Roosevelt knocking on the door. Again, a little inside slant pass. Caught down close near the touchdown area. I haven't seen the referees raise their hands yet. They might call that just shy. That's going to be just shy for Roosevelt. And again, Roosevelt lines up quickly. Story in the backfield. Ridnour in the shotgun. Handoff inside to Story. Story's going to take it in. And where's the call? There's the call. The two hands up in the air. Tony Story takes it in. Tony. Oh, wait a minute. Tony Lopez. The Ballard fans, as you can hear, not happy with that. As Tony Lopez puts it into the end zone to give Roosevelt the 8-7 lead. Sam Ingman for the extra point. Snap is down. The kick is low and blocked. And so we'll stay at 8-7 right now. Roosevelt in front after Tony Lopez takes it in from about 1.5 yards out for the touchdown. You add that to the safety, that gives you 8. Ballard, after an interception, took it into the end zone. The touchdown by Alex Good. And here we are, 8-7. Rainier Avenue Radio World, Ballard and Roosevelt. Friday night under the lights. We've got fans in the building. You can feel, as they say, the energy is so thick. I cut it with a knife. You've got myself and Daniel Bellis. And Daniel, my understanding that Rainier Beach game went right down to the wire. And the final score was so 16-17. Okay. Tight game there. It's supposed to be Rainier Beach and Foster. Foster couldn't play. Eastlake Catholic had a game against Auburn Riverside. They couldn't play, and so they played each other, a 4A team and a 3A team, and what Mr. Bellis turned out to be a pretty equal game. And here's a return for Ballard after the kick. Simon Gold with the return. Gets the ball out just outside of the 35-yard line. And Ballard will take over again. And Mr. Bellis, Ballard has started a couple series off with penalties and been moving in the wrong direction on offense after that start. 2:45 here to go in the first quarter. Ballard with the ball again and an opportunity, again, with not bad field position to take the ball downfield. Quarterback for Ballard, Joe Farley. And Roosevelt lines up with 8 people in the box as Ballard tries to run it over that left side and probably going to lose a couple yards. All right. Second and 12 now for Ballard. And again, Roosevelt showing blitz. Farley with the pass over to the left side. Has a receiver open. And Alex Good can't hold on to the ball, drops the ball, and that'll bring up third down now for Ballard. Third and 12. Ballard with the ball on their own 34-yard line. Down 7-8. 2 minutes and 2 seconds here to go in the first quarter. The blitz coming from Roosevelt. Farley looked downfield. It's got a man down there, bumped a little action. Ball is intercepted. Ball is intercepted by Roosevelt's Mark Padgett. Padgett brings the ball back, so another turnover by Ballard gives Roosevelt the ball in pretty good field position. The 49-yard line of Roosevelt after the interception. I guess you could say it was a long punt, but battling for position down there. And Mark Padgett ends up coming up with it, the 6'1 senior for Roosevelt. Good coverage on that play. Sometimes you just want to give your man an opportunity to make a play. And in that particular instance, Padgett made the play for Roosevelt. Roosevelt with the ball now again back on the 46-yard handoff inside to Lopez. And the Ballard defense again stingy as Lopez stopped for no loss, for no gain. Well, on the other hand, I guess you could say no loss either. Slight pickup, maybe of about a half a yard for Tony Lopez inside. Again, Lopez gets some room, breaks out to the right side, cuts back inside. That's going to be a pickup of about 27 yards for Tony Lopez. Tony Lopez hit that seam, got through. That's what he's been looking for. He hit the hole quickly, broke it to the right, headed down the sidelines, broke it back inside. That's going to put Roosevelt the ball at about the 28-yard line of Ballard now. Roosevelt again showing some life on offense. 8-7 lead with 1:07 left here in the first quarter. Ridnour gets his team up to the line quickly. Ridnour back, looks right to the field, throws the ball up. It's going to be a little bit long and, again, a little physicality between the receiver and the cornerback. Thought that was a good no call there as the ball was not really catchable. Ridnour hands the ball off inside. Lopez again probing over there. Nothing doing this time. We've got a timeout on the field. I'm not sure what's going on there. Be sure and join us tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We'll be broadcasting live from the Skyway Love Train Community Block Party. A lot of things going on. If you can actually be there, you can't just stop by. You have to register in advance. But if you can't make it, we'll be there broadcasting live. That broadcast will be sponsored by Public Health, King County, Seattle. You'll be able to get a vaccine or you can get a booster shot and find out more information on lead poisoning as well. Ridnour at 3rd and 10 now for the Rough Riders at their own 20 at the actual Ballard 29-yard line. And it looks like Ballard a little anxious. I think we're going to have a neutral zone infraction. We will. Well, that'll make life a little easier for Ridnour now. And instead of 3rd and 8, it's 3rd and 3. Lopez lines up behind Ridnour. Bo Erickson goes in motion. Ridnour looks to the left side, got a flag down. Ridnour hangs onto the ball, and again, Ballard sacks Ridnour for the loss. And for Ballard, that was Carter Eli, the senior outside linebacker at 6'2", 210. He's got a flag on the field, as that was, at least for now, a loss of 7 yards. The referees discuss it. What did you see? What did you see? Oh, I didn't see anything. Well, what are we doing? Who threw the flag? I threw the flag. Well, what did you see? I don't know what the conversation is. Well, thank you, Chauncey. Chauncey, glad you are enjoying the broadcast. Things were switched around a bit in the Metro League, so we didn't know that we're going to be here, but we are happy to be here broadcasting this Ballard Roosevelt game. Got my rosters now. So for those of you who have friends or family on the team, I'm going to try and get these names out here when they make plays so they can get the love. Now, this is going to end up going against Roosevelt. And they put this in the way back machine. That's going to take it all the way back to the 46-yard line of Ballard. It's going to be third down. And Mr. Bellis, I need to break out my calculator here. But that looks to me 10 to about 27 yards for a first down. Or 25 yards for the first down now. And now Rainier, I don't know if you've got a 27-yard play in the playbook, but now's the time to pull it out. This Ballard defense stiffens up. Ballard on the rush. It's a screen pass, a slant pass inside. It breaks the tackle. And the Ballard with the stop short of the first down on about the 30-yard line. One man to beat, and he took that to the house. Sam Ingman there on the catch. That's going to make it fourth down, and with the ball on the 29-yard line, that will do it at the end of the first quarter. Roosevelt 8, Ballard 7 here at Leon H. Brigham Field, a.k.a. Memorial Stadium, in the shadow of the Space Needle. Friday night under the lights. Does the moon cause a shadow? Is that where we're in the shadow? Either way, we can see the Space Needle here. Get you to take a look at it. Tack. Can we get a shot of the Space Needle? As the little pod is going up there. Thank you, Tack. And some lucky folks are going up there to do something, and I'm scared of heights. I know some folks who absolutely refuse to make that trip. So here we're going to get ready to start the second quarter action. Roosevelt with the ball. Mr. Bellis, anything you want to tell us before we get started here?
We only have a couple minutes here, but real quick, Eastside Catholic is now with 9 minutes left in the game. There's still 41 points in the hole. O'Day leading 20-0 here in the third quarter. Although they trailed early, they've been pouring it on here in the third quarter. It's now 7-4 in the third. It's now 34-13 over Bishop playing chess right there. And Mountain View is getting, although they led early over Union, Union has been controlling the game ever since. It's now 28-7. Number 8 Mountain View looks like they will be getting a lot against Union, which actually got pounded on last week in week 1 by O'Day.
All right, here we are, second quarter action. Roosevelt. Fourth down on the 29-yard line of Ballard. Ridenour takes a snap in the shotgun, looks downfield, throws it up, has a man down there, pass is caught, pass is complete, touchdown, Roosevelt, touchdown, Roosevelt. Sam Ingman. And that was clearly a timing play as Ridenour dropped back and said, run out there and get this ball, young man. And Sam did just that, pulled it in at about the 2-yard line and took it in the end zone. Ballard fans not happy about it, but Nice pitch and catch there by Connor Ridenour, Sam Ingman, and Roosevelt. But no, they're saying that he stepped out of bounds, so there was no touchdown. No, there they go. Yes, okay. Roosevelt's just going to go for 2. So there's the points on the board now, 14-7 Roosevelt with the addition of that 6. And they look like they're going to go for 2. Ball is handed off inside. And that inside handoff goes to Sam Crocker. Sam Crocker is going to be stopped short. And so the unconventional way, we end up with the 14-7 score, which seems very conventional. Roosevelt had the ball. Ballard intercepted. Got the ball deep in Roosevelt territory, converted, got a touchdown, and got their 7. Ballard then, after a bad errant snap, Grant Girard, the punter, was stopped in the end zone. That gave Roosevelt 2. Roosevelt then took an interception and punched in another 6, got another interception, punched in another 6, missed both extra points, and that's how we end up 14-7.
Like we've heard this before when they played Garfield. Roosevelt had one of the most unconventional games ever. There was multiple safeties, interceptions. It seemed like everything except for the offense was scoring. Go, Ballard!
Roosevelt lines up now for the kickoff. A little pooch kick. That ball's dropped, and it's on the ground. Ball is free. Looks like Roosevelt's got it. And Roosevelt does have the ball. So the kick was dropped. Grant Olison ends up coming up with it. Junior quarterback. And so another Ballard turnover. Roosevelt with another opportunity. This time with the ball on the Ballard 29-yard line. And once again, that Ballard defense is out there on the field. Ridenour hands the ball inside over to Lopez. And Lopez, again, stopped for a short gain, but Roosevelt is content to pound the ball in the middle and then fire it away on the deep pass and make some big plays. Ridenour again in the shotgun. Lopez behind him. Mark Padgett on the right side. Passes deep, intended for Padgett. Just a little wide and a little short. That'll make it 2nd and 10 now for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Rough Riders up 14-7 over Ballard. 10:52 left in this half. Ridenour with a pass to the right side. Ball is dropped. That might have been and that wasn't a backward pass. It's ruled an incomplete forward pass there as Mark Padgett dropped the ball but got on top of it, but they'll take that back to the original line of scrimmage. So Roosevelt presented with another golden opportunity here, but the Ballard defense tightens up, and they're going to fall back into a 3-4. Ridnour pass to the left side, and that pass intended for Charlie Griffith goes to his hands. And so Ballard will get the ball back now as they will take over on downs after Roosevelt again presented with an opportunity but cannot take advantage of it. So we'll see if this Ballard offense now can get something going against Roosevelt. .10:37 here to go. First down from the 29-yard line of Ballard. Ball is handed off inside, trying to get around the right side. That's going to be a pickup of about a couple yards. Not much more than that. Ballard quickly back to the line of scrimmage, and Roosevelt jumps, trying to time, and they've been doing that, kind of jumping around out there and trying to get the timing of Ballard's snap, and this time they mistimed it, got into the neutral zone. That'll be a neutral zone infraction. Instead of 2nd and 8, that's going to make it 2nd, 7. And the ball handed off over the middle. Ball comes free. Player might have been down. I didn't see a whistle. I didn't hear a whistle. And they're going to call that a fumble. And Ballard's going to get on top of that as now, again, turnovers back and forth. The run was good for a first down. Big hit there by Ballard on defense. I think the other way around, Roosevelt. Roosevelt with the ball now. As Ballard again, offense stymied. Ballard again back on defense. Pass intended for Simon Gold. Batted away by the Ballard defense. So, yeah, I was saying Ballard when it was Roosevelt that came up with the big play there. So, once again, Ballard stymied on offense. Another turnover for the Ballard offense. And Roosevelt with the opportunity here. And Ridnour, 3 receivers to the right side. Pass goes to the handoff goes to Lopez over the left side. And Lopez is stopped for a short gain again, about 1 or 2 yards. Third and 9 now for Roosevelt. Ridnour Rose throws it up deep. Got a man down there, and a great defensive play by the Ballard cornerback over there. I'm trying to get the number, but was with the man every step of the way. Timed that perfectly to knock that away, and I believe that was Keith Stout, sophomore, 5'9", wide receiver. Roosevelt again going for it here on 4th down, about 9.5 yards to go. Ridnour with Lopez behind him. Ridnour looks to the left, looks right. Slant pass inside. Pass complete. Going to be a short pickup, though, for Simon Gold. And Ballard will get the ball back again in pretty good field position. And the Ballard offense has just had all kinds of problems. after that early score. But with 8:53 here to go, Roosevelt has not been able to capitalize on the turnovers. Still has the lead at 14-7, but Ballard with an opportunity here to tie the game up, maybe even go ahead. They'll have the ball at their own 41-yard line. First down. Play clock now to about 10 seconds. Ball is snapped, inside handoff. And again, the Rough Rider defense is all over that. Led by number 42, Wyatt Frazier, middle linebacker, 6'1", 190. Actually a loss on the play. Second and about 11 now. Farley gets the snap. Pass to the right side. Nothing doing there. And that play might even go for another loss, as I don't think that they got back to the original line of scrimmage. So Ballard's offense just stymied right now, and Roosevelt is loading up in the box. So again, Roosevelt with 9 men on the line up there. Farley drops back, pass is complete, and that'll be a pickup of almost 9 yards. So it's fourth down, about 6-7 yards to go. Ballard's going to go for it on their own 46-yard line. Farley in the shotgun, yells out some instructions to his teammates. Roosevelt, again, looking like they're going to bring players. They don't. Farley drops back, gets the pass off. If Farley's hit, that pass is going to fall short. And so we've got a defensive battle right now. Is neither team able to make much headway on offense, and Roosevelt's going to take over on downs. It'll be Roosevelt ball now, starting from the 46-yard line of the Ballard Beavers. And again, Ballard fans dressed in black, Roosevelt fans and supporters dressed in white. My understanding is this is called the Anchor Bowl. I'm trying to verify that. You hit me up on the chat and let me know what you know. Roosevelt with the ball, 3 receivers to the right. Lopez behind Ridnour. Ridnour in the shotgun. Ridnour again fires the pass up. There was some contact there, and they're going to have to call that one as fans don't like it, but Sam Ingman was tackled. Again, another one of those timing plays as Ridnour went ahead and threw the ball to where he was expecting Ingman to be, but Ingman was grabbed about 15 yards short of that, actually was tackled, knocked down. As the referees discuss exactly what the foul was. And they're going to give that 15 yards. So Roosevelt, with the help of the penalty, positions themselves in pretty good field position at the 30-yard line of Ballard. First down at the 30, Charlie Griffith out there at the Far end lines up outside. Handoff inside to Lopez. Lopez breaks a couple tackles, shakes left, goes back right. Lopez with a pickup of about 10 yards. And Roosevelt will keep running that play to Lopez. And this time Lopez showing quick feet. Maneuvers inside and picks up the first down. Actually, they're going to say he's just short. Now, they're going to give it to him now. I think they're going to move the chains. No. That looks like second from where we are, second in inches. And Rainier again throws the ball deep. That pass is actually caught. That pass is caught. Touchdown for Roosevelt again, Sam Ingman. And Rainier, trusting in his receiver, again throws it up there, and he says, somebody get it. It's probably going to be my guy. I've done this in practice. I've seen him do it. Turns it into a jump ball, and Ingman wins, grabs the pass, and walks into the end zone. And so Roosevelt, again, they either know something, saw something, or they know where their bread is buttered. 20-7 now for Roosevelt with 6:24 here to go in the half. Roosevelt again going for two on the slant. Pass to Ingman is good. Ingman is smashed, but holds on to the ball for the 2-point conversion. And that'll make it 22-7 now for Roosevelt. With 6:24 here left to go in the half. And Mr. Bellis given several opportunities. Roosevelt hasn't really cashed in. Ballard defense got stingy, but here Roosevelt gets a touchdown again to Sam Ingman to grab the lead here, 22-7. And this, of course, a division game. Yes. And so Roosevelt coming out here. I don't know. Would you call this an upset?
Sam Ingman will kick off.
Roosevelt set the kick off now. In front, 22-7. It's time the kick goes deep. Hauled in at the 15-yard line, up to the 25, up to the 30. Ball's on the ground again. The ball is on the ground again. Roosevelt is celebrating, and Ballard has turned the ball over again. Mr. Bellis, I don't know what to say. If you're Ballard, you probably can't wait for halftime to get here soon enough. That was good. That was good. And so on the kickoff, Ballard coughs the ball up again. Roosevelt will take over. At the Ballard 27-yard line. And another golden opportunity here for Roosevelt. The Ballard coach out there now talking to his team. I mean, at this point, Ballard has shot themselves in both feet. And again, they go to the well. Ingram again. Ingram almost makes the play, and they're going to go to this until Ballard shows they can stop it. And we've got a flag. There's going to be an interference call. So once again, Rittenauer loads up, looks for Ingram on the right side, throws it up for grabs, says, I believe in my guy. Pass is knocked down, but an interference penalty is called. The refs are going to talk about it now, and we'll see if they pick this flag. It is going to be pass interference against Ballard. Pass interference against Ballard, and Roosevelt and Rittenauer have found something that works. So they're again going to march off 15 yards. So they won't get the ball down there at the 3 where the interference took place, but they're going to be down there now at about the 12-yard line of Ballard. And Ingman again lined up out there on the right side. Will they go to the well again? This time the ball is handed off inside. And that's going to be a pickup inside the 10-yard line. That'll be probably about down to the 9.
Second down, 6 to go.
Pickup of 5. Sam Crocker. Excuse me, that was Caden Huff for Roosevelt. And Rittenauer walks up to the line with 2nd and about 6 to go. Not sure what he's looking at. Not happy with it. Calls a timeout. Walks over to the sidelines. Give a talk to the coach. So here with 5:12 left here in the first half, Roosevelt on top, 22-7. You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World, your home for Metro League high school sports. Happy to be here. A lot of other fall sports going on. Kudos to the athletic director team, the athletic department for Metro League. We've got cross country going on. We've got girls swimming. I believe we've got soccer. Mr. Bellis, I know I'm missing a couple sports. Help me out if you can, but we've definitely got football going as well. I think volleyball is being played. Swimming. Thank you. So after the timeout, 2nd and about 6, can still get a first down. Rittenauer finds Gold. Gold is slung out of bounds. Simon Gold with the reception. Little gain, pickup of about 3 yards, 2 yards. That's going to make it 3rd now and about 3. So Roosevelt quickly again to the line. Rittenauer again looking to Ingman. Ingman comes up with the catch, but they're going to say no, it was out of bounds. But Rittenauer going to the Ingman well once again, trying to get the money. That's going to be 3rd down or 4th down. About three yards for the first down, 6 yards for the touchdown. And Rittenauer gets the snap, hands the ball off inside. Ball's on the ground. And Ballard comes up with, there was no room for Crocker to go anywhere, and rather than take the field goal, Ballard lines up on fourth to get the touchdown. Crocker loses the ball, and Ballard gets it back here with 4:53 to go. They do stop that Roosevelt drive, but they're going to have 1st and 89 if they want to put it in the end zone. And the Ballard offense is, well, there's just no other way to say it. I mean, and I know these guys, they come, they practice, they play hard, but so far the coach would have to agree it's just been sloppy and turnover-ridden. Ball handed off inside. Tough run inside for a pickup of about 6 yards. And that was Crocker with some tough running in there. And again, Roosevelt jumping around on defense, trying to time it. Farley gets the snap, fakes the handoff inside, looks for a receiver. He's got the ball. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ballard. And Jalen Edwards, senior wide receiver, makes that 89 yards look like nothing. I'll eat this in one bite. Jalen Edwards revives the fortunes of the Ballard Beavers, gets the crowd excited, gives them something to shout about. An 89-yard touchdown pass. Jalen Edwards from Joe Farley. And Ballard now 22-13, and they're going to kick the extra point, I believe. Are they going to go for 2? So we'll see the shot clock, or excuse me, the clock is not running. So even though there's confusion out on the field right now, okay, they're finally lined up and they are going to go for 2. 22-13. Farley looks to pass. Chase gets the ball off and ball falls through the hands of the receiver. So here we are, 22-13 now. The try for 2 is no good, but again, Jalen Edwards on the pass from Joe Farley takes it 89 yards, broke free in the middle of the field, and just outran everybody, a la Joey Galloway. If you Seahawk fans remember Joey Getaway Galloway, that's what Jalen Edwards looked like right there. He even pulled up at about the 10-yard line and started slowing down even though he was being fully chased by Roosevelt defenders. 89 yards for the touchdown. 22-13 now as Ballard gets untracked. Tack. And there's the kickoff. All the way back to the 1-yard line. Roosevelt brings it out and then hit hard at about the 12-yard line. A Chance Stanley.
after the kickoff.
And so Stanley was down, and it's still down.
We have a pause in the action for an injured player. And the action resumes on Roosevelt's first and 10, 3rd and 12, Ballard.
So we've got a man down after the kickoff there. I believe that was Chance who made the vicious hit on that play, but may have took the worst of it. Rainier Avenue Radio World, your home for Metro League high school sports all year long. Happy to have the season open up, and there may be some games shifting around depending on a number of things. And Chance gets up and walks off the field. And then nice round of applause from the Ballard contingent, the 6'3", 165 senior. Roosevelt now with the ball. Their 12-yard line. Ridenour back to pass. Pass is complete. And Simon Gold with the ball out to the 31-yard line for a pickup of about 18. And Roosevelt is on the move again. And Ridenour with that big right arm. Might load up again. And there's his guy, Sam Ingman, on the near sideline wide. All right, they'll get that clock started now. 3:37 left to go in the half. Roosevelt with the ball, inside handoff. And Tony Lopez again challenging the Ballard defense inside. And that'll be a pickup of about 2, maybe 3. Charlie Griffith now over to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side on the left. And again, the handoff inside to Lopez. And Lopez again, a short game. Picks up maybe 1.5 yards. That'll get the ball out to the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6 to go. And again, on this side, this drops back. Pass is complete to Charlie Griffith. Breaks 1 tackle. Is corralled there by a couple of Ballard players, and that'll be 2 yards, 3 yards short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down. About 2 to go to give him some forward progress there. At the Roosevelt 39-yard line. Roosevelt is not lining up, looking like they're going to punt the ball. And there's 10 seconds on the shot on the I keep calling it the shot clock. 10 seconds on the field clock, and Roosevelt's going to have to call a timeout. And so with the timeout, Roosevelt with the ball. 1:47 here to go in the first half. Roosevelt Rough Riders 22, Ballard Beavers 13. Mr. Bellis, what's hot?
I thought I'd look at some of the unranked Metro teams, and Chiefs Self losing their first game of the season to Clover Park in a close one, 13-7. Most of the scoring was done in the first half, and it was just a defensive establishment out in the West. Nathan Hill took back 4 picks to beat Inglewood 35-20. Lakeside just got blasted by North Kitsap, who has begun a great 2021 season so far with an upset of Central Kitsap in Week 1 and now defeating Lakeside 62-6. And West Seattle early in the game 15-0 over Ballard.
And as you can hear, the fans are back here in Memorial Stadium, Leon H. Brigham Field. So Roosevelt with the ball, 4th and about 1.5 yards to go for a first down, and they're going to go for it in their own territory. Lopez in the backfield. But I wouldn't pass Ridenour to look deep, and he does. This time Ridenour pulls it down and keeps it. He's going to get the first down and run out of bounds and slammed out of bounds. The Ballard players are looking for a flag, and yes, a late flag does come as the Roosevelt players were actually looking for that flag over there on the Ballard sideline. And Charlie Griffith over there having words with the Ballard players. They're going to talk about this and see if this is worthy of the unnecessary roughness penalty. And yes, they are going to call it. So he was out of bounds and could have let him go, but spun him around and flung him to the ground. So again, Ballard, another mistake assessed with an unnecessary roughness penalty, and that's going to mark off 15 yards. And that'll be first down for Roosevelt. So Ballard gets the big play from Jalen Edwards, goes for 2, doesn't get it. And a big 15-yard penalty on 4th down gives Roosevelt a fresh start at it. And had the player not flung the Roosevelt player to the ground, that would not have been a first down. Ballard would have the ball. So we've got a penalty now on Roosevelt. We're early in the season, so there are bound to be a few mistakes, but I'm sure the Beavers coach is not really happy about that. And Ridenour looks right, looks left, can't find anybody, pressured, will just hold on to the ball and will be sacked. And for Ballard, that's Peter Esterberg in on the sack, the linebacker, 5'9", 190. Second now and about 21, and again we have a whistle as the referees want to share stories about what they had for lunch. The final referee comes in and shares his story. Okay, all right. Let's do this again in about 30 seconds. All right, 2nd and 21 now on the 50-yard line for Roosevelt. Clock is moving at 1:10, 1:09. and Ridenour, and you know he'll chuck it up there. Looks left, fires a slant, and we've got another flag. The pass is complete. Pickup for about 5. Over there to Mark Padgett. What'd I tell you? They weren't finished. About 30 seconds. Let's talk about this again. Where are we going for dinner? It's too late for dinner. What about a late night snack? I'm out. All right, you and I? I'll pick this flag back up then. And here comes the other ref. We'll find out exactly what the call was. It's a holding penalty on Roosevelt. That'll back them up even more. That should make it second and about 26 to go. Rainier rolls left, keeps it. Back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a couple more. So that'll make it third down now. Roosevelt at their own 39-yard line. 44 seconds here to go. And for some reason, the clock is stopped. And that's because there's a timeout called by Ballard. Third and 39 yards to go for a first down. We've got a timeout. Roosevelt in front, 22-13, kind of a back and forth game here. Both teams committing some fouls, getting off track with penalties. But here we are, 22-13. Roosevelt up by 9. Here with 44 seconds here to go in the first half. It's me, Tony B, joined by Mr. Daniel Bellis. All right, here we go. Charlie Griffith to the near side. Ball is handed off inside to Lopez. And Lopez a short gain. And Tony Lopez lifts off. Looks like an ankle. Might be a knee cramp, but lays down on the sideline, and they'll take a look at Tony Lopez. But at least this time clock is running, so we know that this is not going to be a social discussion by the referees. We are 8 seconds away from halftime here, and the score is 22-13. Roosevelt, that's going to do it. 2-1 triple zeros. At halftime here at Memorial Stadium, Metro League High School football, the Roosevelt Rough Riders surprisingly in front, 22 over the favored Ballard Beavers, 13. We're here at halftime. I'll be back to talk to you again as we begin the second half. I will turn this over to our very own Mr. Daniel Bellis.
10-minute halftime. Roger that. He is part of a doubleheader. Our first game was a barn burner itself. Rainier Beach played against a very high-quality opponent in 4A called East Central. Lost by just 1 point, 17-16, dropping Rainier Beach 21. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is being officiated by the Pacific Northwest Football Coaches Association.
Thank you, sir. Good looking.
You say in Colorado, solid 0-41. They dropped 1-1 on the season. They weren't much and sign up today. Once again, maybe saving their place. Although they travel and sign up today. In addition to that, Lakes lost last night to Eagle Claw 28-27. Very close one. 15 falls down. Number 18, Ballard, who's 0-2 on the season. Drop out of the top 20 with this one with a loss by a touchdown. Fiasco 13-6. And lots of upsets in the making. A lot of top teams in today's top 20 are seeing some L's. But some teams that have won the games that they're supposed to include Yellow. Right now, actually, they're in the fourth quarter with about 3 left in the game. But we'll have to wait a little bit, apparently, because the lights in their stadium just went out at 10 p.m. I'm getting a text that stadium lights time out at 10 p.m. and they have to reboot their lights, so they could be going back in action in about 30 minutes as they wait to finish their game with just 3 minutes left in the contest. But it looks like it will end up being a monster game as they trail down silent 20-3 as number 7 Young right there with a huge upset by the side. Kennewick won a close one over Southridge, number 9 Kennewick, moving to 2-0 in the season, 17-14. Peninsula last night, although they got pretty much blown out by number 2 Bellevue in week 1, they got their revenge playing Mount Rainier, winning 41% yesterday. They're now 1-1 on the season. They'll probably stay in the top 10. Marysville Pilchuck winning convincingly over Stanwood, just 49-49. Ferndale winning a close one over Linden, I think 2-8. 35-25 in that contest. And the score of Lincoln of Tacoma versus Skyline, which is actually all knotted up at 42 late in the fourth quarter. However, we haven't received an update from that game. Lincoln and Skyline, lots of scoring, all knotted up at 42 late in the fourth. Lakeside, as I mentioned before, lost by 1 to 1-3-5.
Games being played by top 20 teams would be Lake Washington, which actually defeated Ballard last week. And this was a game that actually moved Lake Washington into the top 20. with a 13-12 contest in week 1. They'll play Inglewood tomorrow at 7 p.m. And the score and that's a 12 if you're playing in Idaho against Coeur d'Alene tomorrow as well. And that also includes Bellevue at number 2. They'll play tomorrow, their second game of the season, at 1 p.m. against Kickoff. As we're about 5 minutes away from your second half, some Metro League scores of unranked teams. Clover Park being Chusel 13-7, and defensive struggle most of the scoring was done in the first quarter. Nathan Hale put down 4 picks against Interlake to win 35-12. North Kitsap delivered a goose egg to Lakeside 62-0. West Seattle
Testing 2, 4, 6.
Bellingham actually started at 8, so I'm expecting for a better score from them. Also, Ingram's at Cedar Park Christian haven't received score from them, but winning Tennessee game in the stadium 28-6. And Garfield fans will be at Memorial Stadium tomorrow at you'll be hosting Lakeside. 1 both Cleveland and Franklin Franklin is celebrating, of course, their first victory in 8 years, which was described during Metro Sports Weekly during their interview with the coach for their star players. They won 19-0 with the Black Hills. Jumps there. It was Franklin's first victory.
Testing 2, 4, 6.
Of course, we'll be at some we'll be off tomorrow. We'll be covering the Skyway Early Train Block Party, and that's going to go down from 2 to 4 p.m. as I try to get this flyer back on the screen. There we go. Here so you can see 2 to 4 p.m. right there, Skyway Early Train Block Party. Check us out. We'll be there covering that live. That is this is like so if you don't know all the protocols, just watch us live on Rainier Avenue Radio App, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll share all the developments by this event presented by Women United Seattle. Former Seattle Seahawk Doug Ballard will be the contingent, and we'll see how much spirited he is in that role. If he dresses up, we'll see. We'll cover it all for you tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. on the 11th. And if you are a Metro fan, you'll be excited to learn that we'll be covering the Spring Classic next week with 4 games, including games by that will be hosted by O'Day, Cleveland, Rainier Beach, and Garfield. That all starts on next Friday on the 10th at 5 p.m. Where Lake Stevens will be playing at number 1 O'Day. And 7:45, you check out Mount Baker at Cleveland on Saturday. And Garfield will be hosting Davis at 2 p.m. And then Rainier Beach will be covered I guess now, after next week, the first 3 weeks of the season, as watching them continue. We'll have them at 5 p.m. as they host New Sac Valley. As you can see on your screen, if you're watching live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, the rest of our Metro League season, all games, of course, are tentative to COVID protocols and whatnot. These are the games that we are planning at the moment to broadcast live. And as you can see, some interesting matchups in the horizon, including this Ballard team right here will be hosting Rainier Beach on October 1st at 5 p.m. That's part of a double header. Eastside Catholic, although they lost in Colorado in a big way, it's still a really good team. That's ranked number 3, at least going into this week. They will be playing against host Garfield at Memorial October 1st for a double header. And of course, at least the Hood Classic football version is supposed to go down on October 9th, where Garfield will be at Rainier Beach at Memorial Stadium. And again, more Ballard action when they play against number 1 O'Day on October 15th. somewhat overshadowed team, Franklin and Lincoln, played the second game at 7:45. And our regular season coverage will end with a game of Seattle Prep at Rainier Beach on October 22nd. That game is supposed to happen at 7 o'clock on October 22nd. As we'll see if Prep continues to move up and possibly lead, should have a rematch against O'Day in the championship as we covered this sprint in the shortened season. About 3 or so minutes left before the second half on the community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio App. Appreciate you all tuning in live to the broadcast, especially Chauncey on Fox right there saying we love our broadcast. We appreciate you tuning in as well. And well, you may have heard us grubbing a little bit, but you know when you do a double header, you gotta grub. You know, that's the only way you can make it through and power through. We got a small team here at the stadium at the moment, and you know, we're all doing multiple tasks. And trust me, our bellies are empty. Just like he's not here right now, but Edwin Bailey is definitely going without his food right now. But he's not doing public commentary for us here because he got hired. He is now a coach. Not exactly sure what school he got hired on, but yes, Edwin Bailey is coaching. And that is one reason why we don't have the services this year. Usually we'll have Rick Capri on your play-by-play. Today, of course, we have Tony B. And, of course, in our first game, John Yositaki of Seattle Pure Now, or as he likes to call it, award-winning Seattle Pure Now, which will broadcast on Rainier Avenue Radio on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Was doing some color commentary earlier on with Rick Capri in that big high game between 4A Powerhouse Eastern and upcoming 3A possible Powerhouse Rainier Beach. 17 to 16 in Beach. Running, driving, and they're just posted away in the next couple of minutes. Literally, to lose 17 to 16 against 4A team Eastern, which is actually looks like we are less than a minute here from your second half with the number 20.
Ballard won the coin toss before the beginning of the game and deferred their choice to now. Ballard has therefore elected to receive the second half starting kickoff.
Live right here on the radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. Play-by-play by Tony B. And I think we're ready for a kickoff.
Thank you, Mr. Bellis. Great update. O'Day just taking it to JFK. Got to say, I'm surprised about that. And then Eastside Catholic down in Colorado getting it taken to them. So Ballard with the ball, or will receive the ball. We'll see if they can keep it. And there's the kick. Ballard with the ball on the 24, taken out to the 34, tries to kick it out to the right side, and whole bunch of Roosevelt Rough Riders there. It should give him forward progress to somewhere about the 34, 35-yard line, and that's where Ballard will start the second half, down 9.
And the ball is actually marked at the 34-yard line. 38-yard kick, 12-yard return. First and 10, Ballard.
And so here comes Ballard. The ball at their 34-yard line. Joe Farley at quarterback. Looks down. Screen pass. The pass is complete. Nice pickup there by Crocker, as he could have been stopped at the scrimmage line, but it got away. And
quarterback,
turn that into about a 7-yard gain.
Pass is complete to the 41-yard line for lead 7.
That'll make it 2nd and 3 now
3 yards to
for the
go.
Ballard Beavers. Their 41-yard line. Trips to the far side. Again, Farley in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Crocker. Overthrows the receiver between two folks. Almost picked off by Roosevelt's Bo Erickson. And he had nothing but Green Acres in front of him.
Incomplete pass brings the ball back to the 41-yard line. 3rd down. 8 yards to go.
That'll bring up 3rd and 3 now for Ballard as their first possession of the second half. And again, a bad snap. The ball gets away. Roosevelt back there trying to fall on. The ball is still loose. Ball is still loose. Picked up by Roosevelt. Finally dropped. And the errors, the mistakes continue for Ballard. The ball gets away. And after the stumbling, rumbling, and fumbling, Roosevelt ends up with the ball. And that looks like the 1 or 2 yard line of Ballard. So we're just talking about that. Ballard wanting to come out and hold on to the ball, get a good drive, and that doesn't happen. So Roosevelt will take control now. The ball at the 1 yard line. Ridenour looks to hand off to Lopez inside, and Ballard's defense responds. Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Will lose 1, maybe 2 yards. They'll give him some forward progress, and so that's going to make it second and about 3.
2 yards on the play. 3. 2nd down. Goal to go.
Ridenour again in the shotgun. Inside to Lopez. Lopez with extra effort. It's like he gets it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Tony Lopez took the handoff, ran a counter.
That's going to make it 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal
The 1 yard line.
for Roosevelt.
Wall, Ballard Tigers. 3rd down. Goal to go.
Ridenour in the shotgun. Ridenour looks to pass, throws it up. Ball is knocked down. Tried to get that across the middle. Looked like that pass was intended for Bo Erickson, but really didn't get there. So that's going to make it 4th and 1 now from the 1 yard line. Ridenour looks towards the sideline for the play. 23 seconds on the field clock. So Ridenour again looks at the sideline. About 12 seconds to go now. Lopez in the backfield. 7 seconds on the field clock. Snaps the ball. Ball is knocked away. No, still retains the ball. Fakes it. Fakes the pass. Looks like the ball was knocked away. And a touchdown pass for Roosevelt. Faked me out. And Ridenour is on the ground, on the turf.
Timeout on the field for the player.
The Ridenour hopefully just got banged up and he'll be all right. Meanwhile, Roosevelt puts 6 more on the board, capitalizing on yet another Ballard turnover.
Apparently, most have heard the name Rainier since the Sonics.
Yeah. And that would be Luke Ridenour, point guard. Played for the Sonics. Ball is handed off as they're going for 2. Lopez tries to get around the right side. Nothing doing over there. So with 9:40 left here in the third quarter, Roosevelt 28, Ballard 13.
The extra point attempt is no good.
Great to have fans back. Friday night under the lights, Metro League football, high school football is back.
It is Roosevelt 28, Ballard 13.
Rainier Beach earlier in our doubleheader lost a nail biter 17-16, playing against Eastlake in a game where both teams didn't find out that they were going to play each other until yesterday, as Rainier Beach's game with Foster was canceled. Foster had to cancel their game, and then the game East Lake was going to play against Auburn Riverside. That game was canceled. And they looked around the league, and both teams saw each other and said, well, let's do this. The 11th ranked 4A Eastlake Wolves against the 17th ranked 3A Vikings, and they punched it out and duked it out, and 7-16. Beach had the ball with an opportunity to take the win and fumbled late, and Eastlake ran out the clock. Here's the kick. Kick is on the ground, bouncing around. Ballard picks it up at the 24, out to the 24, out to the 30, out to the 50, the 35, the 40. And a big return for Ballard there. And that'll energize this crowd.
Kickoff is fielded near the 22. Run back to the 40. 28-yard. Make that a 38-yard return. First and 10 down.
I couldn't see who returned that. I think it was Dominic Hayes, but I'm not sure. But Ballard has the ball on their own 40-yard line. Handoff inside. And that's going to go for about 3 yards.
Sam Crocker with the ball slanting to the right. Picks up about 3 yards to the 47.
Crocker again inside.
Second down. 7 yards to go.
Back to pass. The pass is complete. Farley gets a pass in there on the slant, complete to Alex Good. That's going to be enough for a first down. And a pickup of about 11. So now Ballard with a little something going. First and 10 for the 25. Ballard. And it looks like we're going to have a neutral zone infraction now for Roosevelt. Again, they kind of jump around and bounce around and trying to anticipate the call, and Charlie Griffith jumps offside. That should add another 5 yards, and that's going to take it down to the Roosevelt 20 now. Ballard threatening first and 5 from the Roosevelt 20-yard line. Again, handoff inside to Crocker. Crocker straight ahead, runs into people.
Handoff, and ball is marked at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up second down, 1 yard to go.
There's a snap again. The pass inside.
Incomplete pass. Now comes back to the previous point of scrimmage at the 16.
And that pass is dropped. So be third down now and about a yard to go for the Ballard Beavers. Down 15, 28-13, 8:17 left here to go in the third quarter. Again, the handoff inside, up to the right side, splits outside, into the end zone for Ballard. Touchdown, Ballard Beavers. And so Ballard comes right back. And Joe comes on now for the extra point. It's down, it's up, it's good. And just like that, Ballard, the Beavers come back, streak down the field, get a touchdown and the extra point, and find themselves back within one score here. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This game will be tied up. Roosevelt has had several chances from Ballard mistakes. Take advantage of it, had increased this lead, but this is where we're at right now. With lots of time left, Ballard only down by 8 to Roosevelt.
And our score, 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third period, is Ballard.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Next week, the Metro Classic will be here Friday and Saturday.
Grant Gerald will kick off.
Grant Gerald will kick off west to east. And Gerald boots the football down to about the 4-yard line. The ball is dropped and goes out of bounds, hits the pylon. What are they going to call that? They're going to call that down, or are they going to call that a safety? They're going to call that just outside the goal line, maybe the 2-inch line, as again the referees go over and confer to discuss this. The ball was caught, well, attempted to be caught at the 4-yard line, went through the hands of the receiver, the kickoff returner, rolled and actually hit the pylon. So again, they're going to mark that at about the 6-inch line for Roosevelt now. And from Roosevelt being comfortably ahead and with an opportunity to break this game open, now they're backed up against their own end zone with a pretty mean Ballard defense chomping at the bit. And the ball goes snapped. Ridnour can't handle it. Goes out of the end zone. Ballard returns the favor as Roosevelt now gives up the safety. 28-22, Ballard. With 7:59 to go, will receive the kick after the safety. And we've got a new game here. And just like that, Ballard right back in this thing. So a bad snap from the center. Ridenour can't handle it. Skirts out the back of the end zone. Again, they had the ball at the 6-inch line. Pressure burst pipes. So they have the option of kicking from the tee or punting.
Dante Washington has the free kick.
And there's the kick. It's going to be at about the 44-yard line, taken by Ballard down the left side. Still on his feet. And Dominic Hayes. With a return of almost 28 yards. And that's going to give Ballard the ball. Again, good field position down there on the Roosevelt side of the field. They haven't moved the sticks yet or the chains. Oh, they're calling that back. There's a flag on the field at the 43, 44-yard line almost where the ball was caught. And now they're going to mark a penalty off against Ballard, and they're saying that was an illegal fair catch signal. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, but bigger than that, it's going to erase that big gain. The fair catch may have had something to do with it, or the illegal fair catch signal is what they're calling it. And so Ballard will start now again at their own 39-yard line. Ball handed up inside to Crocker. Crocker again inside. Crocker pounds his way over the right side for a pickup of about 7 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 3 for Ballard from about their 45-yard line. Farley again, back to Crocker again. Crocker up the middle, cuts left, cuts right, still on his feet. Crocker picks up about 14 yards, and Crocker is rolling now as Ballard's found something. Ball back down to the 40-yard line in Roosevelt territory. Farley again with Crocker in the backfield. Will he make it to triple? Again, the inside handoff to Crocker. And Crocker again with positive yards. That time a pickup of about 3. And Ballard quickly to the line. Can make that 2. That's going to be 2nd and 8. And Farley looks over to the sidelines. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Calls out the play. Makes sure his linemen know what's happening. Crocker switches sides from left to right. 13 seconds on the field clock. Fake inside pass and hand off to Crocker. And the pass is thrown over the middle and caught. And Ballard is on the move. That's going to be first down as well. And Jalen Edwards, who had that 89-yard touchdown reception a little earlier from Farley, gets a first down. 16 seconds on the field clock, and Farley gets his guys up on the line. 8 seconds now, 7 seconds on the field clock. They get the ball snapped. Farley looks right, looks left, looks downfield, and overthrows it. Really covered pretty well down there, but put it where nobody was actually going to catch it, and lived another day to come back and run another play. So that'll be second down from the Roosevelt 29-yard line for the Ballard Beavers. Down 6. 6:07 left here to go in the third quarter. An opportunity here to tie this game and maybe take the lead for Ballard. Farley gets the snap. Pass is batted away and knocked back.
Quarterback is hit just as he's throwing the ball. It is an incomplete forward pass.
And that was Caden Huff there, the 6-foot outside linebacker. Batted that pass down from Farley. That'll make it third down now and 10 yards to go for Ballard from the 29-yard line as Roosevelt's defense stiffens up. This may be 4-down territory here for Ballard. Farley back. He's caught, gets away, goes to the right side, throws the pass up. That pass is tipped, almost intercepted. Drops to the ground. No, that's going to make it 4th and 10 from the 29-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 10. And Ballard is going to line up for an attempt at the field goal. This will be a 45-yard attempt for Ballard. Grant Gerald's kick is up, and that kick has got the distance, but it's off to the right. He had the leg. The kick was just off to the right and no good. And so Roosevelt will get the ball back. No question, Grant Gerald had the leg. Just off to the right, though. And so we're going to stay here at 28-22 with 5:54 here to go in the third quarter. Roosevelt will get the ball back on the missed field goal attempt.
Roosevelt will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
And so after the field goal attempt, ball was at the 30 or 29 originally. They attempted the field goal from the 35. And then the refs walked the ball back to the 20 as if it was a touchback instead of giving the ball there. And now they are conferring again as to where the ball should actually end up. And it is going to go back to the 20 after the missed 45-yard field goal. Ballard picks up 9 yards by missing the field goal. Roosevelt loses 9 yards. They call it a touchback. And that could have been because someone got their hand on the ball. And that may have been why it veered right. That's why you have guys in striped shirts making the call. And me up here in the booth guessing. And let me tell you, I have 4 eyes, and I still can't see what's going on down there on the field. In some instances, the Ballard players have numbers that are their uniforms are black with the number outlined in white, and it makes it very difficult to see who particular players are. Roosevelt with the ball. 6-point lead. Tony Lopez stopped in the backfield, and there was a Ballard player almost there to get the handoff before Lopez got it. And they're going to give him a little forward progress, but that's still going to be a loss of about 3 yards for Roosevelt. And Roosevelt with everything going their way, including Ballard coughing the ball up a few times. But the Ballard defense has remained stern throughout. And Grant Olison in at QB. As we mentioned, Connor Ridenour was hurt. Grant Olison in now at quarterback position. And we've got another loss on the play as Olison rolled left and was caught in the backfield for a sack. That'll make it 3rd and 20 now for Roosevelt. So you lose your starting quarterback. Hopefully nothing too serious. Lopez lines up behind Olison. 3rd and 20. Fakes the pass, looks down. Pass is intercepted by Ballard. He's going to take that into the end zone. Touchdown, Ballard Beavers. And Keith Stout, the sophomore defensive back, intercepts that pass and takes it 10 yards into the end zone. Daniel Bellis, we are all tied up here at Memorial Stadium. Ballard 28, Roosevelt 28. Beavers.
Yes.
I tell you, I do really enjoy this team, both teams. There's a snap, the pin is down, the kick is up, the kick is good, and can you believe it? Despite everything, the Ballard Beavers have taken the lead 29-28 over the Roosevelt Rough Riders in what we think is called the Anchor Bowl. What a turnaround for Ballard. So Ballard, after starting the game with an interception and then themselves turning the ball over quite a few times, have turned this around, and Jalen Edwards with that 89-yard pass and catch run, the pass from Joe Farley, got things ignited here. Ballard kicked off the ball. Kick return, tried to catch the ball at about the 4-yard line, went through his hands, hit the pylon. They didn't call it a touchback or a safety, gave Roosevelt the ball at about the 6-inch line. Ball skittered on the ground out of the back of the end zone. 2 more points for Ballard. And here Ballard now again with the touchdown on the interception after Roosevelt. When they get the ball back, I got to add that Grant Olison, who hasn't played, is in there at quarterback. Conan Ritter now, who is riddling, literally, the Ballard defense, is out of the game. And now Roosevelt is going to look at getting this ball and down. And there's, again, another big kick. This one taken at the 6-yard line and hauled down at about the 26-yard line for a 20-yard pickup. Simon Gold. And oh, how the tables have turned. And back into the game, Connor Ridenour, slightly limping. Playing possum? We'll see. Hands the ball off inside to Lopez. Lopez is met. Hello, how you doing, Mr. Lopez? I'd like to introduce myself. I play for the Ballard Beavers. My name is Peter Esterberg. Good to meet you. Loss of 2 on the play. Ridenour back in the game. 3 receivers to the far side to the left for Roosevelt. 5 seconds on the game clock. Ball gets snapped. Everybody kind of standing around. Simon Gold with it over to the left side. Gold breaks down the sideline, has some room, and Gold is going to pick up about 9, maybe 10 yards. And that's going to set up a more reasonable 3rd down. It'll be about 3rd and 2 for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, and everybody was just kind of standing around. Ridner fired the screen pass over to Gold,
Penalty flag on the play.
but we do have a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is from the refs on this. We're still not sure what the call is, waiting for the refs to give us some sort of signal about what transpired following the there we go. So the penalty will be against Ballard. So with a nice catch and run there on the screen pass, and then you tack on the penalty. And Roosevelt's now got the ball on their 43-yard line.
The penalty, the ball was placed at the 43-yard line. First and 10, the Rough Riders.
Ridnour back in the game again. Another inside handoff.
Ridnour was back in the quarterback. He hands Lopez.
And Tony Lopez again. Tough yards inside against this Ballard defense. Pick up about a yard. That'll make it 2nd and 9 from the 44-yard line of Roosevelt. And again, hasn't gone to Ingham in a while. And Ridnour drops back again, a slant inside. Little inside screen pass to Gold. And Gold picks up 9.5, almost 10 yards. And that's going to be a nice, again, little inside screen there to Simon Gold. About a half a yard shy of the first down mark for Roosevelt. Ball on the 48-yard line of Ballard. And they need a half a yard here. Again, low snap. Pass to Gold. Gold's hit right away. Ball is on the ground. Ballard recovers if they call that a catch. And they're going to call that an incomplete forward pass. Again, the center snap skittered on the ground. Ridnour was able to pick it up and kind of loft a pass to Simon Gold, who was hit immediately, lost the ball, and they're going to say, no, he didn't hold on to that long enough for an interception. So with 4th and 1, 3 receivers to the right side, Lopez in the backfield. And Ridnour is going to loft it up there again, looking for Gold. Gold can't quite make the catch. Got his hands on the ball. Nice throw there from Ridnour. Gold can't quite hang on to it, and so Roosevelt will lose the ball, turn the ball over on downs. Ballard with an opportunity now with 1:50 to go here in the third quarter. And ball at their own 48-yard line, pretty good field position to expand this lead. So we've got a back and forth game now. Ballard with the ball on offense and the lead, 29-28. Again, Roosevelt jumping around in there. Crocker on the inside handoff, goes to the right side. Crocker still on his feet. Crocker picks up the first down and a couple more. I'll take that +2 for a 12-yard pickup for Sam Crocker. And the Ballard Beavers now into Roosevelt territory. The ball at the Roosevelt 40-yard line, and Farley quickly gets his team lined up into the line of scrimmage. Farley with the ball, looks in the middle of the field, finds a receiver, pass is caught down the right sideline, still on his feet, touchdown, Ballard Beavers, Alex Good on the score, and the Beavers score again. What a turnaround. As Farley looked right, couldn't find anything, then went to his primary receiver over the middle, Alex Good, shook a tackle, broke a tackle, raced down the sidelines, scored, and Ballard now up 35-28. Mr. Bellis, what a turnaround. From turnovers to turnarounds. Kick is up, and that kick is good. Actually bangs off the scoreboard and hits the Ballard logo. So Ballard right now, everything going their way. They basically cut out the mistakes. 36-28 with 1:30 here to go in the third quarter. Ballard now up by 8. Roosevelt certainly has had their chances all game long. Now they find themselves on the downside of the score, 36-28. Ballard in front and a fired up Ballard team. And again, I got to go back to that 89-yard pass and catch and run from Farley to Jalen Edwards. And so Grant Gerald will be kicking off again. Pretty good leg on Gerald.
Grant Gerald to kick off.
From the hash mark closest to us. And these Ballard fans are fired up now. And there goes Gerald. There's the kick, and Gerald booms it again, this time into the end zone. There will be no return. Shut it down. And right now, the Ballard Beavers, with momentum solidly on their side and an 8-point lead. Roosevelt will take over from their own 20. And so all these bad things started happening when, at least for Roosevelt, Connor Ridnour was hurt after throwing a touchdown pass. So Ridnour back in the game, but at this point with the fired up Ballard defense, we'll see what happens. Hands off inside to Lopez. Lopez breaks it outside, tries to turn the corner, and again, the Ballard defense is right there.
Second down, 9 to go.
So that's going to make it second down and still about 10 to go as Lopez was stopped for no gain on that play.
Go, Ballard.
12 seconds on the field clock. The Ballard shows blitz, backs off. And Ridnour looks to the right side and a little curl route, but pass a little too far, intended for Garrett Dowden of Roosevelt, the 5'11 junior. And that's going to make it third and about 9 now. And suddenly Roosevelt unable to move the football earlier in the game. The Ridnour to Sam Ingman pitch and catch combination was something to behold, but not so much lately. And now the the field clock is expired, down to 0. And that's going to be a delay of game against Roosevelt. What is going on with the Rough Riders?
Now 14 yards to go.
And whatever they're called, they're going to stick with it as they line up. Could change the play at the line of scrimmage. Ridenour in the shotgun. 3 receivers, trips to the right. Lopez in the backfield. Ridenour looks left, then looks right. Ridenour wrapped up and thrown down on the ground. The ball is loose.
Connor Ridenour is thrown for a loss back to the 10-yard line.
And Ridenour dropped for a 10-yard loss. It's going to be 4th and 20. We'll finally see the punter out there for Roosevelt.
Roosevelt is in punt formation.
There's a snap, and there's the punt. And takes a Ballard bounce back into Roosevelt territory, and finally a Roosevelt player jumps on the ball as that ends up, it landed at about the 36, rolled back to about the 32 of Roosevelt. So Ballard again with nice field position, the 32-yard line of Roosevelt, and an 8-point lead. That's going to do it. And here at the end of the third quarter, what a turnaround for the Ballard Beavers. Ballard up now 36 over the Roosevelt Rough Riders 28. Mr. Bellis.
Yes, Tony B. The West Seattle Wildcats have convincingly right there. Other Metro League action, Clover Park wins a close over Chief Self. Chief Self loses their first game of the season. Nathan Hale put back 4 picks and touchdowns.
Ballard 36, Roosevelt
Lakeside
28.
couldn't do anything right against North Kitsap, getting the goose egg 62-0 in that one. North Kitsap starts their season 2-0. They started in week 1 with an upset over their rival Central Kitsap. Liking of Lakeside, North Kitsap. We're waiting to score from Ingram at Cedar Park Christian, but Seattle Prep has won their game convincingly against Bishop Blanchett, 56-27. Sorry, I just caught 20 more points. Seattle Prep is now 2-0 in the season. They came into this week ranked number 6. More than likely to see them jump into the top 5, especially with Auburn, Mountain View, and Spanaway Lake taking this week off. So we'll probably see Seattle Prep move up more.
As we start the fourth period, Ballard has the ball, 1st and 10 on the Roosevelt 32.
And Ballard with the ball now on the 32-yard line. Inside handoff. And that's going to pick up about 8. Picking and weaving inside, and that's going to be about a gain of about 7.
Second down and 4 yards to go.
2nd and 4 now for Ballard. Again, another handoff inside. And this time, Sir Haney, junior running back, is gets about back to the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 2. 3rd down, 6 yards to go.
Junior Sir Haney in there now at running back, giving Crocker a well-deserved rest. 3rd and about 6 for Ballard. Snap back to Farley, looks downfield, rolls to the right, got some field in front of him. Throws a nice pass, a little bit too far, though. Had some field to maybe take off. had a ways to go before he got that first down. So on the run, tried to get that pass. Defend Lease. Lease stretched out for it, but couldn't quite get it past, just a little too wide. So again, we've got a flag on the field. Looks like that's going to go against Ballard, so it wouldn't have mattered if he would have made the catch anyway. So we've got a holding call. That'll back the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line of third down. That's going to make it third and about 22. Maybe 23 now. Ballard. 3 receivers to the right. Haney still in the game. Harvey rolls right. Another flag. Harvey's hit. Harvey's down. Gets back up, though. Passes short and incomplete into the ground. And we'll see what this flag is about. Wait for referees to make the call. You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio. It's me, Tony B, with your play-by-play, joined by Mr. Daniel Bellis, and great camera work there by Anthony Tackett. So we'll see what we got here. Holding against Ballard. That will back it up another 10 yards. After the holding call, that's going to make it third and a small island to go for the first down.
We had a timeout on the field called by Ballard.
So Ballard's going to call a timeout here with third and what looks like about 33 yards to go for a first down. Let me see here in 10, 20, 30. Oh, I'm wrong. That's almost 40 yards. It's a long. I can't even see that far. Ballard's backed up. I'll just say that. It's not impossible. So again, Ballard, after gaining momentum, a couple of penalty calls backed them up with 10:35 here to go in the game. Roosevelt down by 8. Ballard with the ball. All right. Here we go, 3rd and 40. Farley back. Farley with the screen pass. The pass is caught, complete up to the 40, up to the 45, and that's going to be about all she wrote there for Ballard. Pass was complete to Jalen Edwards, but short gain. Up to the 46-yard line. And the punting unit comes on for what appears to be a punt.
Coming up.
32 yards for the first down. The Ballard's going to punt the ball. They line up for that, and they do. Spinning kick, takes a Ballard bounce, still rolling, down to the 10, the 9, the 8, the 6. And a Ballard rolling. That ball is going to be down at the 6-yard line. So Roosevelt once again deep in their own territory. Ball between the 5 and the 6 of Roosevelt. So let's say 94 and a half yards to go. 9:38 here left to go in the game. A dramatic turnaround. The Ballard Beavers up now by 8 after trailing. They got the first score of the game, and from there it was just a kind of a comedy of errors. A ball is snapped, handed back, and Ballard breaks through the defensive line and almost pulls off the safety on Tony Lopez, and Lopez did get it out of the end zone, but it's hauled down at about the 1.5 yard line. So Roosevelt's still in trouble here. And shuttling players into the game. Field clock down to 13 now, as Lopez had to hurry off the field. 7 seconds on the field clock. 5, 4. Going to have to get this snap off. They do. It's a little inside screen pass that's been successful for him. And this time, Simon Gold or excuse me, that looked like Chance Stanley.
Checking for forward progress at this point. Forward progress is marked just outside.
And they're going to mark that just outside.
Officially, that puts the ball at 1. It's more like
of the goal line, so it'll be 3rd down.
It is now 3rd down.
About 14 to go for the first. And Roosevelt once again backed up into their own end zone, the 6-inch line, maybe half a yard. I can't really tell, but it's close. Closer to the goal line than it is the 1. And there goes the shot clock, the field clock. I'm going to keep calling it the shot clock, apparently. Ridenour, 3 receivers to his left, looks downfield, goes to the 1 receiver to the right, and that pass is overthrown, and you had double coverage over there. So Ballard has seen enough. Of Sam Ingman. Ingman out there by himself, double covered. That's going to make it 4th down now from the 6-inch line, and Roosevelt's going to be punting here. Well, the first part of this is the snap. And with 4 seconds on the clock, we're going to have a delay of game, as once again Roosevelt doesn't have the players on the field. So they do get a timeout call. I mean, the difference would have been 6 inches, moving it back to 3 inches, but okay. We're going to call a timeout and get this together. Roosevelt in pretty good shape most of this game. Ballard frustrated most of this game, their own doing for the most part. Ballard comes back in the 3rd quarter, takes the lead. Roosevelt in all kinds of trouble in the second half, really unable to get pretty much of anything going. They did get the 1 touchdown after a Ballard turnover. Connor Ridenour was hurt, had to sit down, and Roosevelt began to look discombobulated. Mr. Bellis, you ever just had a word you wanted to use and were waiting for the right opportunity? Well, I couldn't find it, so discombobulated came out at the time that it came out. If I can use it again, I'll use it again. 4th down at the 6-inch line for Roosevelt punt. The punt goes over, or the snap goes over the head of the punter and out of bounds. That's going to be a safety.
That's the safety.
2 more points for Ballard now. And Mr. Bellis, Roosevelt's body language just doesn't look good right now. So whatever was going on with Ballard, head coach of the team, he kept the team together, and that's Ross Humphreys, and they eventually figured it out. And so over there on the far sideline, Roosevelt's going to have to do the same thing. They're down by 10. This isn't over. We still have a lot of time left, 8 minutes and 14 seconds. But they'll have to kick again to Ballard following the safety.
Following the safety, Roosevelt has a free kick. It says they can kick any style from their own 20-yard line.
All right, so they can either punt or kick. It looks like they're going to punt the football. Roosevelt, that would be after the safety. So there's the kick, high kick. It's going to be received at about the 44-yard line and wrapped up there and thrown down after a short pickup and another flag. Pick up about 6 yards on that return.
31-yard kick.
For Ballard, and that was Ethan Ryder, sophomore.
Penalty is against Ballard for holding.
And again, the penalty against Ballard for holding on the punt, maybe on the return somewhere. That'll back the ball up to the Ballard 39-yard line. First and 10. Ballard Beaver football, 10-point lead, 8:08. We know you wanted that sound of the 8:08. 38-28, Ballard in front with the ball. Sir Haney still in the game. Receives the handoff, and Haney stopped in the backfield, and that's going to be for a loss. We'll give him a little forward progress, but Sir Haney's going to lose about 3 on the play, and that'll back the ball up to the 36-yard line now of Ballard. 2nd and 13. And Haney still in the backfield for Ballard. Again, the ball handed off inside to Haney. Haney breaks a couple tackles, but still not a whole lot there. Haney picks up a couple, might get back to the original line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like it, almost there. So I'll make it 3rd and about 11 for Ballard. 7:10 left here in the game. Ballard Beavers up 38-28. And the clock is rolling. 6:58 here to go now in the game. Ballard taking their time, running that clock down. They'll pass over the middle. It's bobbled and almost picked off. And the flag again in the backfield. Around the quarterback area. And that could be something on Roosevelt, because it was roughing the passer is what I thought it was. There was nobody back there to hold, and the flag came out a little later, and so that's not going to help Roosevelt. That will, however, help Ballard. That's going to be 15 big yards. And on 3rd and 11, that'll be a first down. All the way down to the Roosevelt 44-yard line.
Now they lose the ball into Rough Rider territory at the 46-yard line. And it's first and 10, Beavers.
Inside handoff to Sir Haney. Haney dodges a couple of would-be tacklers and gets a short gain out of it, about 2 yards.
Kickoff makes the tackle at the 45-yard line for a gain of 1. 7 down, 9 yards to go.
And so again, Ballard patient now on offense. 17 seconds on the field clock. Get the snap. Sir Haney with the ball again, grabbed by the jersey. And Haney, again, not much yardage there, but right now Ballard is content to keep the ball on the ground and run some time off that clock. With a 10-point lead, 38-28, 5:47 to go. It'll be third.
Ball is back at the 46-yard line after a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Looks like about 10 yards to go. They're back to the original line of scrimmage. And again, Ballard patient, taking time off the clock. 10, 9, 8, 7. Far looking around 3, 2. Got to get the goal off. And they just beat the clock. Pass over to Haney on the left sideline, and that's going to result in a loss. I'm not sure if he was able to stay in bounds or to get out of bounds, but it looks like he was able to stay in bounds. And so the clock continues to run now. Under 5 minutes left here in the game. We've got a timeout on the field.
Timeout for a player on the field.
So I'm not sure what the timeout was for, but we'll check in with Daniel Bellis and see what's going on.
Well, all the games are done for the week, so we're looking forward to week 3. And practice going to be 4 games on Rainier Avenue Radio
The play resumes with 4th down, 12 yards to go from 48.
Number 1 and 3A, Roosevelt hosting Lake Stevens. 7:45 on the next Friday. Cleveland will host Baker. And on Saturday, 2 more games for you. Ballard hosting Davis. And Rainier Beach will be hosting New South Valley. First 3 weeks of the season, all day on Rainier Beach here at Rainier Radio.
All right, Ballard lining up to punt. We'll see if they do it. I'm pretty sure they will. Simon Gold back to receive. There's a snap, and there's the punt. Nice punt. There's going to be a flag down. I think we're going to get a roughing the punter call. Simon Gold calls fair catch. Yeah, you hear the Ballard fans in the background setting the agenda for the rules. And that is apparently something you cannot do. Well, If you don't know, now you know. The referees will discuss this. Well, can he do that? Well, I don't know. Ballard fans said he couldn't do that. Let's talk about it. It pretty clearly looked like maybe they're deciding if it was actually roughing the punter or just running into the kicker. I don't know what they're debating here.
First penalty is roughing the passer.
Or roughing the kicker, saying roughing the passer would be roughing the kicker against Roosevelt.
Charged against Roosevelt.
And then there's also a personal foul called against Roosevelt. So we'll see what this looks like. They run concurrently or consecutively. So they mark off the 15, and that's like all they're going to get. And so Ballard will retain possession. With 4:30 here to go in the game, Ballard gets a new set of downs.
A 15-yard penalty puts the ball at the 33-yard line. First down, 10 to go for Ballard.
So Ballard with the ball. First down after the roughing the kicker penalty. Ball on the 33-yard line of Roosevelt. And I'm guessing they're going to keep this on the ground as they hand the ball on the ground as they hand it off to Mr. Crocker, who's back in the game. And Crocker bowls his way forward for about 6-7 yards, and they can't bring him down. And finally do get Crocker down, but not until after he's picked 5, almost 6 yards. We'll see where they give me forward progress. And did that ball hit the ground? Roosevelt seems to feel as though there was a fumble. The Ballard fans came with chants.
Brings up second down, 6 yards to go.
So they'll call that down, and Crocker does end up picking up 4, maybe 5 yards, about 5 yards on the play. That'll make it second, almost 6. Crocker with the ball again, goes over the left side, breaks into the backfield of the Roosevelt Rough Riders. One man to beat, grabs him. Potentially touchdown-saving ankle tackle there.
He's brought down to the 17-yard line for a gain of 12. First down, 10 to go.
Should be one in the bag. In the blue bag.
Gain to the 15-yard line for a pickup of 2. Second down, 8 to go.
Short gain there by Ballard. Second down and about 8 on the 16, 2:42 here to go. And again, Ballard working that clock now. Tight hand off a draw play again to Crocker. Bangs his way down to about the 10-yard line.
Crocker with the ball.
That'll make it third and about 2.
5 yards, gain to the 10-yard line. Brings up third down. 2 yards to go.
And all kind of flags fly as Roosevelt jumps off sides. That will more than likely be a neutral zone infraction. Encroachment. Offsides. Whatever you want to call it. You can't do that. So that'll move the ball down to the 5-yard line. Now 1st and goal for Ballard with 1:58 here to go in the 4th quarter. And again, the ball handed off to Crocker. Crocker cuts back inside over the right side, still on his feet. And Sam Crocker, a load down there.
Gain of 4 yards. Ball from the 1-yard line.
And that'll move down to about the 1-yard line with 1:33 here to go. And Ballard knocking on the door of another score. Already up 10, 38-28. Handoff inside again, Crocker. We knew that was coming. And Crocker walks into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Ballard Beavers. Ballard on top now, 44-28 with 1:17 here to go. Ballard Beavers. Daniel, you said it earlier. The Beavers are who we thought they were. Ballard now for the extra point kick. The snap is high. Kick is down. And the kick is once again good for Grant Gerald. And that's going to make it 45-28 now for Roosevelt. Or excuse me, Ballard.
1:17 remaining in the period is Ballard 45. Roosevelt 28. Ballard scoring drive, 61 yards, 11 plays, 5 first downs, elapsed time 6 minutes and 57 seconds.
Well, 1:17 left in the game. 11:38 is your West Coast time, Mr. Bellis. We're almost at midnight. We'll be back up again tomorrow, broadcasting live from the Skyway Love Train Community Block Party, which begins at 1. We'll start at 2. Mr. Bellis, you and I can use that extra hour. Going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. So Ballard, Grant Gerald once again kicking off. The last time he did this, he parked it into the end zone. This one at about the 5-yard line. Out to the 20, 25, 30. Still not down, out to the 32-yard line.
Allen takes that kick to his own 6-yard line. He was brought down.
Garrett Dowden on the return.
54-yard kick, 26-yard return. 1st and 10, Northland.
So Roosevelt down by 17 with 1:08 to go. Passes complete for a short game into the middle of the field. Ballard will let that happen. Charlie Griffith, a pickup of about 7. Roosevelt's going to have to line up pretty quickly. And we've got some players in there, and game's almost over. We don't need that. A little frustrated. And once again, the instructions coming from the Ballard crowd. Apparently, you can't do that either. And so the clock is still rolling, 15 seconds left. 14-13. Roosevelt's going to get off one more play. And that pass is knocked away, and so there will be one more play with 5 seconds left as that pass was incomplete.
Back to the previous point of scrimmage at the 40.
5 seconds left in the game, Mr. Bellis.
One where you just throw the Hail Mary. You hope you get one more score.
No, they're going to hand the ball off inside. The ball hits the ground, and and well, that's going to do it. And so 000 showing up on the scoreboard here at Leon H. Brigham Field. Ballard comes away from this with a 17-point victory, 45-28. Ballard Beavers over the Rough Riders of Roosevelt. Earlier today, the Rainier Beach Vikings lost a really good and close game to the Eastlake Wolves, 17-16. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us for our Friday night at Memorial Stadium, Friday night under the lights. We'll be back to you tomorrow. Tune in at 2 o'clock. We'll be coming to you live from the Skyway Love Train Community Block Party. Thanks to Mr. Rick Dupree earlier for play-by-play and Jay Yeezy, John Yasataki on the color commentary. Anthony Tackett on the camera all day here. We appreciate you, Tack. For myself and Mr. Daniel Bellis, that's it. That's all the time that we have. The lights are starting to cut out. The scoreboard is shutting down. Tune in tomorrow. Well, just never tune out. You know what? Just go to our audio version from our visual channel and listen to what's coming up next, Daniel. Do we know?
Well, if you tune in right now, you'll be hearing the Neon Ghost Show.
Oh, boy. And that's a crazy show.
And
parental discretion. Yes. All right, then. That's it. That's going to do it for the kid. It's me, Tony B, on behalf of the crew at Rainier Avenue Radio saying, remember, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you are probably right. We are out. Peace.